Interesting. Okay. There's also people say you should not eat before sleeping as well. This also impacts your sleep.
Yeah, that is a matter of what
Late
we
night
call
snacking and
sleep
eating.
hygiene. Yeah, sleeping is the body is what we call industrial estate. Industrial estate. There are many factories, and if one factory is upstream, switch on the light, run electricity, they produce product to downstream factory. Another factory will switch on the light and do work. So to sleep, all factory got to be closed.
Okay.
If you open one factory like stomach, other factory will open.
Okay.
And you can't. And at least the brain will open.
But different mechanisms to exercise. It's not adrenaline here that's causing it, the difficulty to sleep. It's just the stomach is working.
Yeah.
So there's more activity happening in the body.
Right.
Your digestive system is working.
To be able to sleep, you got to shut down
Shut off all
factories.
all
in the body.
your systems.
That's the main point.
So how many hours recommended again for food?
Usually
Same, 3 hours?
Usually 3 hours. Usually 3 hours. But nowadays, because people nowadays tend to eat too much.
Yeah.
So I would recommend to do without dinner at all, if possible.
Skip dinner.
Skip dinner. That is very good way to do it, because that way we will eat totally less, which will make us healthier, and will help other problems like GERD, reflux, esophagitis, and the problem with insomnia.
But if I don't eat, my stomach will be rumbling, my stomach acid will be, I will have bad sleep.
It will occur when you start
Because it's a new timeline.
Initially when you start to change, but in moving your dinner up, you do it bit by bit.
Right.
Bit by bit, and your body can adapt. There is no problem if you do it bit by bit.
Of course, slowly transition. So maybe
if you do it abruptly, the body cannot cope with that. It will be disturbance there.
For sure.
The other thing that I would like to say here is the understanding about biological clock.
Yep.
And the movement of the sun. It is different thing. People misunderstand that the sun and the biological clock in our head is the same thing. No,
circadian rhythm.
It's different. Our biological clock is independent from the sun.
Okay.
There is.
I think that's
there was a good research done in US long time ago. That done in the big cave they call Mammoth Cave.
Mammoth.
In Kentucky.
Caves.
Yeah. They put people in there 32 days, no light, no sunlight, and they measure everything: hormones, change in metabolism, body temperature, to study the biological clock. It can, it goes around without the sunlight, and from that we get the knowledge that our biological clock one day is 24 hours plus 15 minutes. But the sun circling exactly 24 hours. So there'll be a little bit mismatch there. And we need that correction once in a while. It's similar to in the old day, the wrist, you need to reset it. Say once in a few months, you got to reset your
watch.
Your watch. The same, we need to reset our biological clock with the sun.
Right.
Better every day. Better to go out in sunlight every day to get it reset, because otherwise you add another 15 minutes into your biological clock. When it far mismatch, particularly when you get old, it will be totally different from the sun movement. When people sleep, you are fully awake. I mean, when you get old.
Right.
When you go out to do things, you feel very sleepy. That's because the mismatch between biological clock and the
Daylight,
sun clock.
daylight and sunlight.
Yeah.
Day and night.
So it's important to get the sunlight, direct sunlight exposure every day if possible.
At the start of your day, in the morning.
Actually, it's no matter, but the best is to get once in the morning and once in the evening.
Okay.
Before sunrise, go out and say hello to the sun, and before sunset, go out and say goodbye to the sun.
Yep.
That's the best practice. To set your clock.
To reset your own biological clock every day.
Uh-huh. And biological clock and melatonin is the different thing. Melatonin is the mechanism that help to sync the sunlight and the activity of body cells. Melatonin is kind of a switch. You switch on the day and switch on the night. That's all. So melatonin doesn't help much in sleep. Adenosine is the one who press you to sleep.
Right.
So don't depend on melatonin. It doesn't help much.
You mean taking it in a oral format or?
Usually it's available in oral form. There are very good meta-analysis. I mean, they collect a lot. There are about 240 something research on melatonin and sleep.
Yeah.
The result diverged. Some say melatonin helps, some say it doesn't. But the good meta-analysis pull all those research and reanalyze. Melatonin, 2 to 4 milligrams daily will expand your sleep time 8 minutes per night. Very small.
Okay. Minimal impact. That's from the meta-analysis.
So I would say don't
get the real melatonin from the sun.
Yeah.
Go outside every day. See some real sunlight exposure.
The benefit of sunlight not only stimulate what we call the pineal gland to signal sleep, but it also stimulates cells to produce melatonin, what we call subcellular melatonin. And that melatonin acts as what we call antioxidant, which help clear what we call free radicals in the body. So that is the real benefit of sunlight.
Okay.
In that sense, I mean, to stimulate the subcellular melatonin production, we do not need direct exposure to sunlight. Just the reflection of sunlight will do.
Yeah.
So sunlight every day is, I would say, is a must, because the human body is a solar cell machine. It can't survive without sunlight.
Right.
Impossible.
We're dependent on the sun. And body temperature for sleep, you would say cold, hot shower before bed. Room temperature you sleep in, like what are the best practices you recommend?
When we look at the sleep cycle, in wakeful state, our body temperature will go up. And
when we are sleeping, our body temperature is lower?
When we wake, our body temperature will go up.
Okay.
And when we sleep, body temperature will go
drops.
up.
Okay.
And the changing from wakefulness to sleep, there will be a sudden drop about 1 degree. 1 degree centigrade. So for good sleep practice, you got to do whatever you can to bring down your temperature at least 1 degree at that time. Some people do it with hot shower to raise up your body temperature and then get into the air condition to bring down your temperature.
Okay.
Some people do it
cold shower,
soaking themselves in the ice bucket.
Ice bath.
Yeah. There is a guy called Wim Hof. He is a kind of a guru
of the original ice bath.
Yeah, soaking yourself in very cold water. That
it works though.
It works. It works
for sleep.
very well. anything that you bring down your temperature at least 1 degree. The research show that in European country, 18 degrees centigrade is very optimum room temperature for sleep. There is no research in the tropical area, so we don't know. But make it cold is better than make it hot.
Right.
And in setting up your room, bedroom, there are 3 things to be considered: temperature, light, temperature, light, and noise.
Noise.
Quiet. Got to be totally quiet. Totally
Silent.
no light. And cold. 3 components. Concerning light, when we shut down,
Yep.
we call the backlit screen. There is light in there.
This still has light.
Yeah.
Oh.
LED light on backlit screen. If you put it there at your bedside, your brain can pick up the light signal from the backlit screen. So what we should do is take the backlit screen outside the bedroom.
Keep the phone out of the room.
You switch it off, still
There's a backlight.
the backlit screen still emit the LED light to stimulate the brain.
I did not know that.
And the small light of the air conditioner, there will be a small
The blue light.
Yeah.
The red or blue light.
That also need to be covered.
Sticker.
For elderly people, they need light when they wake up at the middle of the night so that they can walk
To get to the toilet.
You got to set that light very low and got to be a warm yellow light because that is the least stimulate the brain. Lighting of the bedroom is the issue.
Or you could wear the airplane eye masks.
That will help. Yeah,
That helps.
That will help. Particularly when we're traveling, when we cannot control the light outside the bedroom.
Okay, when you're in a different environment.
And nowadays, in people in town, the neighbor always send off light from their windows. It's very difficult to control our bedroom light. In that case, you may need
The eye mask, right? Of course. And close the blinds. Shut all the blinds.
The curtain
Or leave it open.
for the bedroom, you need that double curtain. The backup curtain got to be totally seal off the light. Usually, people will have only one layer of curtain that cannot seal off the light. The light from the street can come in the bedroom.
Right.
Set up the bedroom in 3 things: temperature, noise, and light is very important.
Okay.
Important part of what we call sleep hygiene.
Yeah.
Talking about sleep hygiene, set up regular time
Yeah.
To
That's
sleep.
the next one. Routine.
is also very important because human body are trained to work as routine. You say you got to make sleeping time a routine, exactly a routine time that will help sleep easily. And when we start sleep, we should allow test run, let's call 20 minutes. We should fall asleep by 20 minutes, always. If 20 minutes pass and you still wide awake, you got to get up, get off the bed, do something else.
If you don't fall asleep in 20 minutes.
Yeah. And
don't lie down.
And come back and
try again.
And start the whole thing again.
Read a book.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Do something that do not stimulate your brain much.
Okay.
Listen to music in relatively dim light, dim yellow light, relax, and coming back again.
You said
Some
earlier,
people
change the music.
take
Take a shower.
and then coming back and start sleeping again. That is another important routine. Don't stay awake more than 20 minutes. That means you already start your brain. It's impossible to shut it down.
Cannot sleep now.
No.
Do you do the music? You said you put like you change the music. Do you like you put soft noises to help you sleep? Does that work?
It works. It works if it's kind of meditation.
Right. It has to be like a very
You got to use music as mantra meditation.
like a sound bath.
Yeah. But you cannot use music, particular music with lyric.
With no lyrics, yeah.
Yeah, that will
Otherwise,
stimulate
your brain is too
stimulate
active.
your brain. All right.
Okay, no lyrics in the music.
The
Quiet
music is
noises.
very good at preparing before sleep. At real sleep, we don't need any noise.
Then
It
silence.
should be silent.
Right. Okay.
The other thing that people not aware of is the importance of sleep. Importance of sleep. Usually people think sleep without dream is good. That is not true.
Dreamless.
And dreamless sleep. Basically, we divide sleep occur as a cycle.
Yeah.
One cycle take about 90 minutes, and it will start with light sleep and deep sleep, and then coming up very
REM.
light and dream,
REM.
and then go deep sleep again. During dream, our eyes move a lot, and we call rapid eye movement, REM, REM sleep. This part of sleep very important. The point is that the medication, antidepressant, anxiolytic, anti-anxiety drug, the sleeping pills, they suppress REM sleep.
They cut your REM sleep.
Yeah, they suppress the dream sleep, REM sleep, including alcohol. So you may think you drink alcohol and you sleep very well.
Sleeps.
But doing that will do harm more than good in the long run, because
Right.
there are a lot of research to show that lack of REM sleep, lack of dreams, will subject people to psychotic problem in the long run.
Right.
So better to sleep without medication like anxiolytic, antidepressant, or sleeping pills.
REM sleep is when you get most of your recovery, right? The REM part, or it's just an indicator.
We don't know what happened inside REM sleep.
But
We know that there are a lot of.
It's a positive thing for the
Yeah.
brain and the body.
We know that there are a lot of electrical activity in many parts of brain. So
Happening.
we just assume that it is the time that the brain filing
Right.
the information.
Collecting your memories,
Yeah.
like storing whatever data from
Yeah.
the previous day, things like that.
Yeah, make your ability to learn. There are a lot of research to back up that REM sleep support good learning.
Good learning.
So we just guess that REM sleep is the time that the brain reorganize the information.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah. My smartwatch will tell me like how many minutes like REM, how many light, how many deep sleep, and
Yeah, but at the moment,
I don't know how
we-
accurate it is, but it gives you this data every
at
day.
the moment we do not have. There are a lot of research going on with the Apple Watch, and
Smartwatches,
with-
yeah.
But we do not have information yet at the moment. In terms of sleep parameter from the watch,
Yeah.
I think in a few years' time, we will have enough information to say that how accurate it is. At the moment, use it as a gimmick.
Of course, it gives you a sleep score every day.
Yeah,
It gives
yeah.
you like a sleep target, things like that. But anyway, it's curious that it gives you the 3 stages as well. I'm wondering, probably uses your different heart rate and other temperature, body temperature to check what stage you're in.
And talking about the sleeping pill, there are one sleep aid. It is what we call the first generation antihistamine to cope with the allergy, and it causes sleepiness. So people use it as a sleeping pill.
Okay, yeah.
The problem is that nowadays we have very good information that the first generation antihistamine is number one that cause dementia. So I do not recommend using sleep aid to help sleep every night.
Right.
That will create the dementia in the long run. This group of drug we call anticholinergic. It can cross blood-brain barrier, and our blood and inside the brain it cannot connect. Anything we put in our blood system will not get into the brain. Just some type of chemical can cross this barrier.
Right.
What we call blood-brain barrier. The first generation antihistamine is one of them that can cross blood-brain barrier and cause dementia in the long run. So I do not recommend using. Actually, I do not recommend using any sleeping pill.
I think your philosophy is mostly to avoid medication as a last resort, right? So I think we definitely see we should try to focus on
because
other methods.
The body is not designed to work with outside
chemicals,
active principles
every day, especially.
It's not designed that way.
It becomes a dependency thing as well, right? Then you cannot sleep without it. Same like you said, it's hard. People, alcohol, cannot sleep without a drink or something like that.
And at the moment at Johns Hopkins, they have got a license from the government to do the research on what we call psychedelic drug. It's coming back strongly, psychedelic drug.
I've seen
some state even allow it to be used legally now.
I think in Colorado or something, or somewhere in the US.
I can't remember, but some state it's legalized the psychedelic drug.
Yeah, I forgot.
At Johns Hopkins, they use in many group of patients, in those troubling with depression, anxiety, and even those who seek enlightenment. They have done one research. Get something 60 people, serious meditator seeking enlightenment, and use psychedelic drug, psilocybin with these people.
LSD.
Psilocybin is a magic mushroom.
Yeah.
not LSD, but the same group.
Yeah.
People use medication. I mean, I hold psilocybin as medication, even to be enlightened. It doesn't make sense, and I do not support that idea.
Okay. Sure.